Hello. I chose to analyze the film The Platform and compare myself to two different characters within the first film. Within this film, I will be comparing myself to Goreng and Imoguri. Within this film, I saw a lot of key parts of survival, and not only that, social structures and the distribution of resources, which is key in this film as we see that Trigamasi tells Goreng, you can't talk to the ones above when you're below, and you can't talk to the ones below when you're above, which is a key part that we see in this thing about survival. Like, how is it that us human beings can't talk to other human beings in such an environment just because of what? Like, what's stopping us? But anyways, where I see myself comparing myself to these characters, Goreng, is that he fights for some sort of justice to create change, and not only that, to seek some sort of fair system. He also encounters resistance and much difficulty in trying to achieve the goal, and is multiple times just after another blocked by a certain something within the film. As we see where he encounters Trigamasi, his own cellmate, I would call it, because I see it as some sort of prison. He encounters that, and not only just keeps encountering certain circumstances that don't allow him to try to achieve his goal. Where I see myself compared to him is that in not as harsh systems like the platform, but in other life circumstances, I try to go and help and get people to work together to achieve a certain goal or to go against the problem. As we see here, the problem is that people don't seek for one another, just themselves. And he wants to go against this oppression and this resistance and create change. For me, I think that when we're encountering a certain problem, I look to do the same. As if a problem not at all as big as this, but we're an example and a team, I would always want to seek together if a certain problem encounters us. I would want all of us to create that change where it doesn't keep on happening. And here we see it's in a way bigger picture, but I saw myself in Goreng because of the ways that he just tries to look for that certain justice or to create change. And even by feeling discouraged, he pushes himself to his limits to achieve that goal of creating change. And I think that's what gets to me, because I see myself as a person who wants to create change for the better. And here we see that Goreng was the one trying to do that. As for Imoguri, we see that she was an administrative worker, and within the system, she knew everything. But even what hit me the most was that her dog, even bringing her dog here, she rations the food for her and her dog for other people to eat. And I think that's what hit me the most, because I think right here we see that she's purposely rationing this food. And for me, I compare myself to that, not in terms of rationing, but of looking for the better of other people and fixing a certain system that doesn't work. And that's what we see here, how she's just influenced by a system that can't function together, and she tries to change the norm, at least to the point where the people below will not only just thank the people above, but be able to conversate with them and create that change that Goreng was trying to push in some sort of way. So I see myself in that because of the sense of purpose that she has and wanting to create that change and some sort of norm. And I think that for me, if a problem appears to rise, I would try to do something compared to her and fixing the system in a way that I can, like she did, where she walked in and said, let's ration these plates for the ones below so they could reach the ones below. And I think, of course, in lesser terms, that I would try to do that in some sort of way, fix the problem in any little way that I could. And within my life, I think little things like that, as talked before, in teams like of soccer or basketball, you fix these little problems just by doing such little things. In a bigger picture, we see her trying to fix these problems, but in a different way. within the platform, I was able to see myself within these characters and see a bigger picture or a bigger meaning of things and the ways that I can only bring that to my life, but even better them. As I can see here, the extremity of things and the way they were able to do such change or want to move other people to do it. And for me, I think as for both characters, it's what compares myself, as I would always want to fight for some sort of justice if there's any injustice being made, or in that fact, a problem or fixing a norm that shouldn't be there. So thank you, and yeah.